Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elevate Your Business. I'm Ed Jarecki, and I'm thrilled to guide you through today's episode. It's designed to inspire and empower you on your journey to business success. We're thrilled to have with us a very special guest today, Jeremie Watson, the visionary founder of the Watson Agency. Established in 2019, the Watson Agency has quickly become an award-winning, innovation-first integrated marketing powerhouse. They provide a comprehensive suite of services, including strategy, design, advertising, lead gen, and much more. Jeremie and his team are dedicated connecting businesses and brands with loyal consumers through a design-driven approach and cutting-edge digital solutions. Join us as we dive into Jeremie's journey, the innovation strategies behind the Watson Agency, and how they are redefining the landscape of marketing. As Jeremie joins us on the show, he'll shed light on what success means to him personally and how his definition has evolved over time, as well as one or two of his top challenges and lessons learned associated with them. And finally, we'll explore how Jeremie has leveraged innovation in his business and other work to overcome challenges and achieve his goals. So let's welcome Jeremie Watson to the show. Jeremie, it's great to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Ed. Great to see you as well.
Outstanding. Thank you for being on the show. To start with, could you share a little bit more about yourself and your business with our audience?
Yeah, I'm Jeremie Watson. I'm the founder of the Watson Agency. In my professional career, I've had the privilege of launching several six and seven figure campaigns, organized hundreds of curated celebrity events, assisted businesses and brands in scaling to six, seven, and eight figure financial milestones, top line revenue generated. But what's been most meaningful and impactful on this journey has been the people, the lives that I've been able to impact. It's more about the experiences than it is about the numbers in a CRM or a spreadsheet. I believe in the strength of community and collaboration. So we build our business on those principles. And that's what really our mission is, right? It's to democratize marketing for small to mid-sized businesses.
Outstanding. Thank you. And you've had quite a journey. How do you define success today?
That's a great question. It's an ambiguous question. I look at it as strategically uniting customers consistently for excellence through sustainable success. And the main word I like to talk about is consistency, consistency over perfection. We know as entrepreneurs, so many times we strive for perfection, but perfection just isn't real, is what I've learned on my journey. Perfection's not a real thing. So it's better to focus on behaviors than it is to focus on outcomes. So many people try to fit things into a small box or make things perfect, and it really stops them from even taking the first step and taking action. And I feel like the gold rather, is found in the action and taking those steps forward.
So, how about the personal side? Business owners generally don't do this just for the business. And like you, I love what I do. I love helping people and see them prosper and grow from what they're doing and what I'm helping them do. But there's also a personal side to being a business owner. Any personal definition of success for you?
Yeah, personally, I think it's really being intentional about doing the hard things. And that's in our relationships, right? Having those tough conversations with people, having those tough conversations with ourselves. There are things we certainly do well, but there are things that we all as human beings don't do well. And sometimes it's having that conversation in the mirror to say, where can I really improve, right? Nobody likes to have their flaws pointed out, but personally, I think that that's what growth's all about is really shining the light on those dark areas in ourselves and our business and really doing our best to refine those areas.
So, from early in your career, that journey is always wrought with challenges. What was your definition of success in those first few years?
My definition of success, it was really outcome driven, right? Uh, Financial milestones, project-based outcomes. So it's really small thinking. But I didn't really make the shift to behavioral consistency until later in my career. And after taking really many losses in business, when you're chasing targets, those targets move. Innovation happens, technology changes, macro and micro trends emerge that essentially move the goalpost further and further. We see that now with AI. COVID, for instance, created its own fair share of challenges. Prior to that, we didn't really see as much store to door. We didn't see Uber or Lyft being the players they really are in the market. So many businesses have emerged in the last 10 to 15 years. So I think just when you're getting started in business, when you're really in that startup and perseverance phase, a lot of the challenges, you're really focusing on the small problems. And really until you can shift to focusing on the big problems and the bigger picture, that's where I really start to see breakthroughs professionally.
Absolutely, that makes sense. And of course, that journey to get from that outcome based to that behavioral based is wrought with challenges. And you've already alluded to a few. What are one or two of those key challenges and the lessons learned to pass along to our audience?
I think so many times, like at least in my own professional experience, you have a skill, you have a passion, you have a goal you want to accomplish. We don't really take into account the other aspects of running a business, right? Things like, for instance, my focus is in marketing. You don't think about the sales aspects, the aspiration, the operational aspects, the compliance aspects of running a business, the people aspect of hiring. What do those processes look like? What do those frameworks look like? So it's like we don't know what we don't know when we're first starting out. So I think that most business owners, as they step into business, they find this out the hard way. So what I would really suggest is that you get a mentor. Wasn't until later in my life that I got a mentor and it really expedited things for me.
Outstanding. Any other key challenges and lessons you'd like to pass along?
The main lesson is it's not going to be easy, but do it scared. We can't be blessed if we're not in motion. It's really to get in motion. I was an athlete growing up. I was fortunate enough to have a college scholarship to play football. And one thing my coach used to always talk to us about is action. You can't make plays if you're not in motion. You got to study, but you also have to take action. And they say what the graveyard is filled with the most lost dreams. I forget how the quote goes, but so many people wait to the end of their life, and then they die with all this regret because they didn't take an action. It's never going to be perfect, but we have to take action.
Outstanding. Absolutely love that. And of course, your business has all those relationship components to it, but it also has an innovation component to it. And as you talked about, it's changing all the time. So help us understand, how do you leverage innovation and keep up with those innovation changes to drive the success for your business?
Market research is extremely important. So we're always doing market research. As you know, things are changing every day, it feels like in this climate. But really having a really well dialed in tech stack has been beneficial for us, helping to automate processes, make processes faster, make communication streamlined between team members. So I would really say having a good tech stack will really expedite the process. There's so many tools these days that can help with that, right? Management of contacts, help with the actual merchant process, building your pipeline, as well as making sure the pipeline streamlined in so many ways, even with social media and social posting, content creation. There's so many tools today that we can leverage to essentially streamline our processes. So technology's been paramount and kind of speeding up the business process, at least for us internally. And yeah, that'd be my recommendation to any business is to leverage technology. Technology is not your enemy, it is your friend. AI is not your enemy, it's
Yeah.
your friend. It's a tool, so use it.
And there's two things that you said in there I want to comment on, and one of them is you've got to take certain amount of time all the time, an hour a week, hour and a half a week, go out and understand what's going on out there in the industry, understand what the competitors are doing, understand what's going on in the larger industry level, et cetera, in order to inform you. And then the second side of that is also the need to focus. You can get overwhelmed with the number of technology solutions in there. So if you have to focus on one at a time, identify the top three. I always go with a number three. You can start with more, but always narrow it down to three that you're actually going to study and focus relative to looking at solutions or problem solvers for your business. Any response to those thoughts?
No, I love that approach. I love that approach. I think focus is super important. Where your attention goes, the energy flows is the same. So yeah, man, focusing that energy and being very intentional is always advisable. That's always advisable.
Right. Time management is such a major issue for almost everybody out there. There's a few that actually do really, really well with it, but that takes a certain amount of maturity as well to get to. So that focus becomes paramount. It's a need to be able to do it, and focus helps manage that time. Final takeaways for our audience. If there was one thing that you could tell our audience, you really need to consider this for your business and life success, what would that be?
I think it's to stay humble and stay curious. Success so many times, especially when you're young, can lead. I remember in high school, I played for a very winning high school. I played for the legendary Coach Mike Grant. out there in Minnesota. His son of Bud Grant, Hall of Fame Vikings coach. But Mike Grant is a Hall of Fame high school football coach. And the school I played for won the most state championships in state history in 5A. And I remember going into my junior year, the previous class had just won the state championship, and our class came in very, very entitled and very arrogant, right? And entitlement and arrogance leaves your blind spots open, and we ended up losing that year. So, that's a lesson that always stuck with me in life is no matter how well things are going, humble yourself, stay humble. I think it's James 4:10 that says, humble yourself before the Lord, and he will exalt you. So stay humble, stay curious, stay hungry.
What an awesome message. Any final thoughts?
Go for your dreams. Like I said, do it scared. It
Right.
will come with a fair share of obstacles, but you don't know what you don't know. So chase that dream, chase that passion,
Do it scared, but keep moving forward, right?
keep moving forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I want to thank you all for joining us today with a special thanks to Jeremie Watson for sharing his insights and success tactics. We hope you feel inspired and motivated to tackle entrepreneurial challenges with innovation and adaptability. Remember, success is personal. Define it for yourself. But always remember, embrace change, seek growth, and adapt to the ever-evolving business landscape. Thanks again to Jeremie and to all of our listeners, and we'll see you next time as we continue exploring more stories from incredible entrepreneurs. Stay resilient, stay innovative, and have an awesome day, everybody.